Good morning, good afternoon, and good night to every single one of you out there watching this video. Welcome to today's gaming news. We have plenty to talk about, so let's start with... Starting off with some significant reveals from Xbox. According to Microsoft's quarterly updates given to investors, Microsoft claims that Starfield generated the highest single-day add of Game Pass subscribers. Though the company didn't reveal any specific details on how many Game Pass subscribers joined, we could expect numbers to skyrocket. Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella said during the call, "More than 11 million people have played the game to date. Nearly half of hours played have been on PC, and on launch day, we set a record for the most Game Pass subscriptions added on a single day ever." Phil Spencer can drink some champagne right about now, though him and the rest of Xbox leadership continue to work on the future of Xbox. Just these numbers are a great indicator of the success the Xbox brand has gained in recent time. Game Pass is a game changer. From a personal experience, the service is always giving more and more games to try out and discover some games I never thought I would have thought to try it out. It is also clear that Starfield, no matter the reviews or general reception of the game, was successful. By Microsoft's word alone, the game was single-handedly responsible for that growth in Game Pass. No matter where you stand, you liked the game or didn't, it is irrefutable that it brought a lot of revenue for the company. The future looks bright for the company, considering there's also a list of games to be expected in 2024 and the years to come. Even more now that the Activision deal has been finalized. Before I continue with more news from Xbox, let's dive into interesting things from Nintendo. For those Mario Party lovers, Nintendo made a huge announcement. Though not about a brand new Mario Party game, but the comeback of an old classic. Mario Party 3 is the next game set to be added to Switch Online's Nintendo 64 library. After this edition, if you pay for this special subscription, you can play from Mario Party 1 to the third one. Hopefully, as time moves on, Nintendo continues to add more games to this subscriptions library. I'm hoping the company adds Mario Parties from the GameCube era. I've always wanted to try those out. Also, this initiative from Nintendo to add all their games to a subscription is one of the best, more than ever when we continue to have a crisis of extinction of all games, as more and more services from older console generations are discontinued. Though Nintendo is mostly bringing their first-party exclusives, something is something. Last video I promised to bring coverage from the Xbox showcase, and here it is. Though the show lasted close to an hour, it did include some unexpected reveals. It was marketed as a showcase with only updates. However, there were a few new games revelations. Let's go through the showcase and at least mention the biggest announcements from the show. First off, we got a better look at Metal Gear Solid's Snake Eater. This one was unexpected if I'm being honest, especially since the first announcement of the game was during the last Play of State showcase, so it was a surprise. We got to see a graphical display of what to expect from the game. And surprise, surprise, it will be coming out using Unreal Engine 5, one of the heaviest duty and realistic engines out there. From the trailer, we got a glimpse of that beauty, from the lighting bouncing in the depths of the jungle, as well as the foliage from trees and grass, everything around us, every little detail on the characters. It's just going to be, if well used, it's going to be a real banger on the graphical standpoint. We don't get to see gameplay other than what the franchise is already very well known for. Another big one, and that probably riled up fans on the hype meter, was the first gameplay footage from Ark Survival Ascended. To stir off confusion, this isn't Ark 2 with Vin Diesel. Lord knows where that game is right now. Instead, Ark Survival Ascended showed a beautiful graphical update, and how wouldn't it, since it is also using Unreal Engine 5. Aside from that, the game will also count on cross-platform modding. Fantastic, for those who like that. And an overhaul of activities and mechanics to do in this next-gen game. There were also updates on games like Alan Wake 2, Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, which seemed to be more of a sim simulator occurring in the Dondoko Island. Other updates from games Still Wakes the Deep, a new horror game from the creators of Amnesia and Dear Esther. The trailer looked frightening, though what do I know? I don't play that type of game because I'm a scary chicken. What is more of my type of gameplay, though, is Dungeons of Hinterberg, which also was showcased as part of the updates on the games of today's showcase. We had already seen a little bit about it, but now they went a little bit more into what type of game, the style, and what are you going to be doing inside the game, which looked interesting. From those updates, we also got new announcements, which was a surprise. Manor Lords, a city building, but for the medieval times. The game will be coming out on April 26, 2024, and another game was Icaro Will Not Die. It is an action-packed game that looks quite similar, and I mean more in the game style, not in the looks, but of Ghost Runner. The gameplay mechanics lean heavily on movement and reaction time, and of course, it does look a little bit with the neon lights, kind of like a cyberpunk type of thing. So I'll be looking into this one more closely. Finally, there was also a small segment of gameplay from RoboCop Rogue City. From the video, it seems the game is shaping up to follow the feel of the RoboCop movies, and it's probably gonna lead many fans to be happy. The game is set to come to the newest generation of consoles on November 2nd. While the showcase was short, it provided a good number of games and quite the variety on them. I remember not long ago, Xbox used to announce more shooters and other types of games. So seeing a different style is gratifying. Almost a game to release from every type of taste. So, are you looking forward to any of these games, or were you hoping to hear from others, like what's happened to State of Decay 3 or Lightyear Frontier? Let me know in the comments, and let's start talking about this. But now, time for some quick updates. On Tuesday, it was announced that Star Wars Dark Forces will be remastered with a graphical update to 4K and new controls. The original game came out back in 1995, so of course it's gonna be a huge upgrade. And hopefully the game stays faithful to the original, however, it gives it its own upgrades, kinda like Dead Space did, with the new remaster version earlier in the year. Let's see that the game, even though it's been a long time, it does bring it into the modern era of gaming. And no, I'm not referring to live service games, I'm referring to more of a technical, mechanical, and gameplay wise. But that's all for this episode. What are your thoughts on this gaming news? Let me know in the comment section. I'm the Honey Badger, and I love to talk about everything gaming from news to games. If you liked the video, remember to leave a like and share. It really helps. Don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video. Keep on gaming.